In this video, we're going to talk about one of the important literary theories. Today, we have the Marxist theory. But first, we need to understand who started it. Marxist theory is based on the teachings of Karl Marx. Karl Marx was a 19th century sociologist who was so critical towards the economy. His greatest work was the Communist Manifesto. Marx introduced a concept of dialectical materialism. This means that the material items in our world actually determine our beliefs and ideas. Therefore, those who control production control the society. A great example for dialectical materialism is when you're working in a factory and you have a boss who controls everything, from the production of the whole company down to what you as a worker wear. Material circumstances are the economic situations in our society. Example is, if you were born in a poor family, then you're poor. If you were born in a rich family, then you're lucky because you're rich. Also, the historical situation is therefore the atmosphere that material circumstances create. Meaning, if you were born in the 1950s, well, it's very different if you were born here in the 21st century. To analyze literature from a Marxist perspective, we need to understand the material and historical circumstances of a text. To understand Marxist thinking more, there are two types of economic system that exist: capitalism and communism. Capitalism is driven by greed and wealth. The private property is the main player. Communism, on the other hand, was invented by Karl Marx as a reaction to capitalism. In a capitalistic economy, there is a winners and losers mindset. Marx believed that capitalism created two kinds of people, the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. The bourgeoisie controls the wealth. They're called the 1%. The proletariat, who's the working class, is the 99%. Marx believed that the proletariat would notice the injustice that the bourgeoisie has started. This would lead to a revolution. The best example would be the French Revolution of the 18th century. Karl Marx had a three-phase process for a utopia. First, a revolution to destroy the current system. Second, a ruler must be elected in control of the new system. Third, non-communists are destroyed, and the government is the one in control. In theory, it sounds nice, but it also has a downside to it. Just look at China and North Korea. Another important thing we need to know in Marxist theory is commodification. It means the valuing of material things, not for their usefulness, but for their power to impress other people. Also, another thing is conspicuous consumption. This is the extreme focus on material acquisition. These are the backbones of capitalism. People are so blinded by the capitalistic agenda that they forget what's real. This is where literature comes in. Literature is used as a propaganda to maintain and manipulate the status quo. Therefore, literature is a great tool to influence the views of the bourgeoisie. Therefore, if the subject matter is presented sympathetically, the text may promote the ideologies of the time. If the subject matter is presented critically, the text may depict the negative aspects of a socio-economic system. Therefore, the way in which literature is used has a significant impact on how society can react to social conditions. A great piece of literature that could be an example for the Marxist theory's application is the Hunger Games books by Suzanne Collins. The heroine, who is Katniss Everdeen, is a symbol of the revolution that she started against the capital, which is a metaphor for the capitalistic greed of the society, which is the historical circumstance of the story of the text. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned a lot about Marxist theory in this video. Thank you!